Oh hey, it's Wes. And I get a lot of feedback on some of my photos. Recently, we had a special episode talking about wide-angle or ultra-wide portrait photography. And now, let's follow that up with another one. We're going to be talking about macro photography, specifically for weddings, details, and rings and things. People ask me a lot how I take the shots that I take for these. And people also say, I'm not going to take pictures like that because I don't want to waste my whole wedding day using a macro lens or trying to find these details or setting up elaborate shots. So what I want to do today is show you that it doesn't have to take that long. I don't like to miss the action at a wedding as well, and so when I'm doing macro photography, it'll generally be during some kind of downtime when, say, the bride's just using the washroom or just something's going on that I don't really need to be present for in the morning. And if I find that I need to be present for everything in the morning, then I'll do it during the reception. Whatever's most convenient. There's always some sort of downtime when I'll either be twiddling my thumbs or I could be doing some sweet, sweet photos. So let's do this. I'm gonna get out my phone, I'm gonna put a timer on the screen to see how long it takes for me to create a bunch of different setups for macro photos all at once. Now, I don't have anything planned or set up right now because I want this to be as realistic as possible. I have my A7 III on my hip. I normally do this with my A9, which is easier, but I'm going to give you the benefit of the doubt and make this as hard for me as possible. Not that this is all that bad. I'm filming on my A9, and I've got my bag of tricks, also known as a camera bag, that I have with me on every wedding day. Other than that, I'm going to have to start scavenging for things, because that's what I do. It's all day by day, whatever we can do and find. What I do have is on my little finger is my wife's wedding ring. And on my other finger, I have my wedding band. So that's what we're going to use. And we'll go from there. First of all, I like to look around and try to find something personal, something different to throw into the photos. I'll do some photos without, some photos with. So the first thing I'm going to do is put down my camera and find something interesting and personal for the day. Let's see what I can do. Start! Whew. All right, I just raided the house. Let's see what I found. I have the man's cologne. I have the woman's perfume. And I have this sonic screwdriver and this cute little loving statue. Now, these are all just kind of random things from around my house that I thought looked nice. Generally speaking, I try to find something that's being involved in the wedding day and the setup and the process. All right, I'm gonna get out my lights. So here are some string lights that I always bring with me. Those will be good for a background. And I'm gonna put this stand on the atom cube. One light, two lights, a clamp, get some fun tack. Now in a previous video I had my secret weapons for a wedding photographer, and this was one of them. Just a teeny tiny bit of this can make your life a lot easier with macro photography. So first of all, let's get this going with just a basic shot. Power on, make this one white. And I'm gonna make this one red, which it already is. Stick this in here. A little bit of sticky goo gets me to where I need to be. Okay, so I'm actually working in autofocus here. I'm going to set my aperture to f4. I usually shoot it around f4, f4.5. 1/160th of a second. Image stabilization is on the lens. So these are some nice, very basic shots. Now, if we want to up our game a little bit, I'm going to keep my timer running. Take the case off my phone, wipe it down real good. And we'll try that again, this time from closer up. Move this so that it's closer to the edge. There we go. Now we're talking. F4.5. Let's get a little more detail here. And then we can take this out of the picture. Have a little drama. And then if we want, we can take that out and just make it backlit, which can be fun too. Okay. And last but not least, I'm going to set this right behind it. Limit my focus distance. I find on the A9 I don't need to work with the focus distance limiter, but on the A7 III I do. And if you want to see higher resolution versions of these pictures, there'll be a link down in the description. And you'll be able to look at them to your heart's content. Now, I tend to prefer dramatic or hard lighting. There are other ways of lighting this sort of thing. You don't have to have it quite so interesting lit, I guess I could say. And I like to get a mix of horizontal and vertical poses. I say poses, but it's just a ring, so anyway, that doesn't matter. It's a pose to me. Okay, get that one done. Ooh, that's shiny. Oh yeah. I like the countertop that I'm shooting on right now. It's a little bit shiny, a little nice. I mean, obviously I did buy these countertops and built this kitchen myself, so obviously I kind of like it. But if the surface isn't something that you like, if it doesn't really cut the mustard for you, then check out my Secret Weapons for Wedding Photographers Mark II video and see my suggestions. You can bring little surfaces with you that make it easier to add interest, add some flair and dynamic to your pictures. Now I have to admit, my wife's ring is very hard to take pictures of because the sapphire in it is extremely dark. Whereas with the diamond, a lot of these pictures, it would just be glittering in a lovely way. However, not so much with her ring. It's a little harder to do. Okay, so I've taken a lot of pictures right here, kind of personalized. Oh, actually, I wanted to get this in here. This is gonna be tricky. I'm gonna use my clamp to get this to stand up straight. That is not working. All right, time for more putty. There we go. Okay, I'm probably gonna be holding this a little bit anyway, just because I want to have this illuminated while I'm taking pictures of it, and so I have to push the button. Ring where I want it. There. Oh, need more light. Don't want too much light on this one though, because then I won't be able to see the rather dim green light lighting up on this. Once again, I'm going to use a little bit of this tack. I'm going to stick it under the ring so that I can put the ring on top of this without it falling off. Actually, I might as well use this. And we're going to shift to green to match our sonic screwdriver. Very nice. And I'm just an AFC, in case you're wondering. Okay, so that takes care of all the indoor shots that I want. Now, I would like to move outside and get a couple outside shots, because it's always fun to have a little bit more variety. So I'll be right back. Actually, I'm gonna take you with me. Still here? It is cold out. Let's do this. I forgot my camera. Okay, and time. So I got 15 minutes and 14 seconds. Just gonna shut that door. So honestly, that took a little bit longer than actually it normally does. Because on a wedding day, usually all of these things that I had to go looking for are already right there in the same room, where everyone's getting ready in the hotel room. All those important things are already present, and things might already be obvious. And so generally, I spend anywhere between, let's say, 7 minutes and 15 minutes doing these macro photos. And that's just a part of my 12-hour wedding day. So comparatively speaking, that is actually a very small percentage of my day, and it's pictures that people tend to cherish for a long time. On my most recent wedding, when I started gathering things, the bride was like, "Oh, he's doing the thing." I was like, "What thing?" "You're taking pictures of the rings and stuff." I'm like, "Yeah." Ah! She was pretty excited about it, which is great. So some people think that nobody cares about that sort of thing, but people do. And that's one of the great things about photography, that there are so many different ways of going about it. And so a lot of us aren't actually even in competition with each other, because we all do and specialize in different things, and clients all want different things if they're really looking to find something that they love. And so that's about it. I hope that this was helpful to you. If you have any questions about what we did here, leave them down in the comments. I always get back pretty quick. And if you have any suggestions for future videos, let me know, and maybe we'll get to that. So until next time, let's go take some photos.